Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. So today I want to pour another cloudy flower because I was not too happy with my previous pour and I thought I'd try it again. So yeah, here I have the Enoki and I added to my Enoki a little bit of the interfering champagne. The Enoki is from Octopus and the interfering champagne is from Art. I'm using here the ultracast resin. It's a medium viscosity resin with a rather long working time, round about 1 hour. So I didn't let my resin sit. I mixed my resin and I start pouring. I only mixed my white. So as you can see, I'm filling up my mold round about halfway. So the mold is from MoldsandShapes, is the round, rough and tough coaster duo mold, and it's 1.2 centimeter deep. And yeah, it's roughly 0.6 centimeter that I'm pouring my clear resin. So I try to pour both coasters rather equally. There will be only one difference because I want to check what works better for the cloudy flower, so I will tell you while I'm pouring. So I'm really trying to get the coasters filled up in the same way with the same amount, and yeah, I guess I'm happy. And then I'm taking resin inks, but before I start pouring or dropping my resin inks in, I just take care that the air bubbles, which are on the first surface, are gone. Yeah, it's rather cool in my room, even though I have the heating system on, but I'm not always keep on having it on. So it was maybe an hour on, so the room is not yet really warm. So I'm showing you the colors I'm using. I'm using the Smurf and the Peacock from Octopus, and I have the Onyx from Art. The Onyx is a black tone. It's not quite black. It always has such a bluish sheen to it, I think. But anyway, so I'm starting dropping my inks, and I'm using here, let me see, the black first. And you may think it's looking rather dark, but you will see later. So this is the black. And I'm just going around because I remembered that I used a lot more resin inks for the cloudy flower effect. I really had to watch old videos because it's now many years ago, 2-3 years ago, that I mainly poured this pour, and I always loved the results. So my next color going around is the Peacock. It's a beautiful blue tone. And I'm dropping the Peacock on top of my black color. It's looking quite interesting at the moment, I think. And I think it would be also a nice design when I do a 3D bloom like this. I need to consider this. I need to think about it. And now my next color is the Smurf, and I love the Smurf. The Smurf has a very nice color. So I'm just dropping the Smurf also just around in the gaps where there's still clear resin, as you can see. Just taking my time. I didn't speed up my video at that point so you can really see what I'm doing. And again, here also the Smurf. It looks now like a flower itself, like a blue flower, and yeah, this is what I love about using resin inks or alcohol inks. They give such a nice design when you drop them, and yeah, you see that the inks are working, that they are doing their magic, that they are mixing a little bit, making patterns. You see also that the center went wider, and this is, I think, because of the Smurf color. And now I have my first cup with my resin ink Enoki, and I'm just making sure that I do a very big lane or spiral outside and then also a spiral inside. And I'm using all the Enoki that's in my cup. So I didn't really measure, but I think it's round about, maybe, if you're interested in measurements, 30 grams. And I gave it a big spritz of the Enoki and just a little bit of the interference champagne. So here I'm doing the same thing with my second coaster, and then the spiral again around the Smurf color, and also using it till everything is gone. And now I'm taking my torch. I'm just making sure that I pop some bubbles which are on the surface. Please also be careful when you're working with alcohol or resin inks, because, you know, fire and alcohol is not a good combination. Always wait a little bit. And now with the first coaster, I'm just filling up my mold, and I let the resin do whatever it needs to do. I just let it work. And with the second one, I'm drizzling on top of my white. So I would like to see what's the difference, if there's a difference when I'm drizzling or if I'm not drizzling. So you can later on decide which pour you like the most. And I'm sure that in the coming weeks I will be pouring this technique a couple of times just to see if I get my old effect again. You get nice effects with this technique anyway, but I used to get those fluffy sails, and it looked really sometimes like I worked with some satin or some silk, and it was amazing. But I need to get my touch again on this technique, so I'm just quite busy with this. I never took any notes, so I'm just pouring from my old videos or pouring from what I have in my mind. So now I'm just checking what could I put into the center. I know some people don't like that there are things in the center, but I think very neutral white glass stones, they will look maybe beautiful. So I was just searching them, but meanwhile you can see that the resin is doing its magic. It's working, but it's working slightly different from each other. So there are now my stones which I'm putting into the center, and it's quite neutral, so that's not so bright. I love to work with those stones because I think they give it a beautiful finish. So just being very careful, and then I can take my dotting tool very soon and I can see that I spread the stones the way I want them to be spreaded. I'm very, very curious how this is going to turn out, and well. So now I have here my dotting tool, and I just make sure I spread the stones how I want them to be. So there also the second one. And then voila, we are the next day. The back sides are not looking so much different from each other. Maybe this one is not, no, I think they are looking quite similar to each other. But I'm very curious now. This is the one where I didn't drizzle clear resin, where I just made my push. And look at this. I think it created very beautiful effect. Yeah, it's a sort of web effect, but due to the alcohol ink in the center, it looks very, I don't know how to say this, almost like a flower, like a cloudy flower. It has so much depth. I really like it, and the glass stones, they took a little bit from the Smurf. So in this, the second one, and look at this completely different in color. I love this one as well. I love here the rim. This is how I love the puffy effects with the cloudy flower technique. But to be honest, I love more the center of the first one because of the color, the darker blue. But where's my black gone? It's almost gone. I thought black would maybe take over because I used a lot of black. But yeah, I'm quite happy. And now you can see the final results. And I think they look amazing. I really love them. But I need to admit, I'm still looking for the puffiness, which I have not yet achieved, but I'm working on it. So maybe the mold needs to be deeper, but I already put in this mold, so it cannot be that case. So I need to check, but anyway, with this, I love and leave you. I thank you for watching, and guys, please take care of yourself. Bye-bye.